Welcome to Lutheran Memorial Church here in downtown Madison, Wisconsin. My name is Andrew Schaeffer. I serve as the Director of Music and Organist here at the church. This week we're going to be taking a look at, admittedly, one of my most beloved hymns. It was Jesus Lead Thou On, which you can find in your red hymnal at number 624, or in the Green Lutheran Book of Worship at number 341. This is a hymn that is sung often in funerals. We have a lot of those in this series, but also a lot at weddings, or it used to be sung a lot at weddings, and in fact it was sung at my own parents' wedding. This is often thought to be a tried and true Lutheran hymn, and that's kind of partially true. The tune was composed by a Lutheran, but the text was written by Count Nicholas von Zinzendorf. I love that name. Count Nicholas von Zinzendorf. Sounds like you should be on Sesame Street. But I digress. He was back to respecting him, he was deeply involved in the Moravian tradition in Germany. Zinzendorf's father was a wealthy nobleman, and he was raised with pietistic leanings. But it was as an adult he became interested in the Moravian Brethren, which was a fairly downtrodden, persecuted sect within Europe. He became so involved in the Moravians that he actually offered his palatial estate to build a Moravian community, and at its height, they had more than 600 members of this particular conclave. They loved him so much that the Moravians referred to him as their bishop, even though that really was not a title that existed. But they considered him a father figure, especially of a father in the church. His popularity among the Moravians led to tension within the wider community in which he lived, and he was actually exiled for his work with the Moravians. But during this time, he made use of it by traveling all throughout the world to such exotic places as St. Petersburg and the West Indies to do mission work. And then he came back to Europe and settled Moravian settlements in the Netherlands, England, and Scotland. He later was welcomed back to his home, and though he never really quite was able to regain his former life, he became very ill shortly thereafter and died a relatively poor and obscure man. Throughout the course of this remarkable life, he composed over 2,000 hymns, of course, hymns being very, very important to the development of the Moravians. The text of this remarkable hymn, which is probably one of only a few that survive from his pen, and one of two, I believe, that is still sung in the Lutheran Church today. This remarkable hymn sets heaven always before us. And as you look at the text, you'll see that it is that assurance of a better life, of eternal life in Jesus Christ, that keeps us going when we are facing all sorts of earthly trials, much like the one we are in currently. I hope you enjoy this very simple setting of Jesus Lead Thou On by Lutheran contemporary composer David Cherwien.